Hello, you're watching JB TV. Welcome to the JBBG, where basement gyms rule. Now, as a quick side note, I was a little late getting this video out, and I haven't been doing many workout clips at the basement gym due to me getting this new tattoo on what's called the ditch. It's the inner elbow, and learning from past mistakes when I got this outer elbow danchang done, I've learned to let this heal and not work out, as the bending on that joint disrupts the healing process. And trust me, it's no fun when some of the ink falls out and you've got to wait like 6 months for it to completely heal before you can get it touched up and receive that gnarly pain over that same spot again. So I'm just letting it heal with my regular aftercare routine, avoiding those things that would damage the healing, like sweating a lot, pools, saunas, cold plunge, all the fun things, including even the sun. I am that weirdo walking around with long sleeves in the summer. Now, today's video is just a simple mod to make your Bulletproof Fitness VTS Smith machine work with the Athena weight stacks. Now, I've been waiting to do this one for a while. The setup, it's gone through different iterations. My first setup, I installed the VTS, but the rear trolley hit the top of my Athena weight stacks. Basically, we couldn't do any leg work or flat bench, limited things a tad just by the height of my weight stack. Now, if you're worried about not having full function of your Smith machine because of the crossmember placed weight stacks, then this video is for you. Or if you just like watching a kind of buff, kind of fat guy use a VTS, then this is also for you. The second iteration I did, I loosened the bolts and I pushed the space from my cross members and the uprights out. I replaced those bolts with these bolts that I ordered from Accu. They were not the cheapest, but they work. What this did is it sent the upright forward just enough to clear, but it wasn't tight. So I grabbed what I had, which was some plate spacers, so my cross member wasn't free floating on top of the bolt and it could be tightened down. Moving the upright forward gave me a floating plate dilemma with my weight stacks. All we needed to do was unscrew the cable equal distance to how much the uprights were pushed forward. That way the cable length would work out as a perfect fit again. Now this worked, but it obviously wasn't that perfect. So then we moved to the third iteration. Since it's been difficult to make myself look good, I decided I'd try to start making my rack look good.
You're ridiculously good looking.
So we threw covers on the bolts, threw out custom washers, really went all in on everything organized and putting everything in its place.
It's so hot right now.
But these uneven weight spacers were so ugly they didn't match. They were just hodgepodge what I put together laying around.
What is this?
So I hit up Javier over at Icon's Living and he hooked me up with this custom job where I've got everything evenly matching, size-wise, color-wise, all the things-wise to that bottom cross member. And we got it printed in the perfect shade of white, so now it's looking pretty sexy.
Dear God, it's beautiful.
I still was not loving the weight stack situation because it was pretty tight and I didn't feel comfortable unscrewing the cable end any more from that rear Athena trolley than I already had. I thought about getting custom length cables because I was tired of pushing down on the top of my weight stacks every time I needed to change the weight pin, just to make sure nothing would come up a little bit, because even if it comes up slightly, it doesn't allow that pin to line up with the hole in the middle of the rod that runs through the middle of those weight stacks. At this time, fortunately for me, GetRX'd launched their standalone tornado arms, which would cause me to need to get a new set of cables anyways. This was my answer. Now, if you haven't seen my adventure in setting up those tornado arms onto my rep rack, it's a good watch, and by far it's actually my most watched video in the last few months, so give it a look. Now we do have it all put together. We've got the VTS able to go all the way down and all the way up. No interference with weight stacks, no issues with the cable system being too tight. Now the addition of the tornado arms with this cable stack setup allows me to do cable-driven Smith machine work. Now, as an example, I can move the tornado arms low, and now I can do presses with the cable stack. I can do belt squats with the cable stack. I can do shoulder press with the cable stack. I can do all the things with the cable stack. You move the tornado arms high, and now I can counterbalance the VTS for a lower starting weight. Now the wife still won't mess with the VTS, but if I keep messing around with the VTS, maybe she'll mess around with me more. Or not. Hashtag married life. Like and subscribe if you can relate, or like and subscribe if you can't. Just like and subscribe, please. And as always, take care, lift heavy, and I'll see you next time.